past pull time. It's right about 4,000 feet, and I don't see this girl doing anything. It's still spinning. And the other jump master wasn't taking any action. And so I swooped down, probably jumped on the student's back, probably at about 2,000 feet, pulled the first handle I could get to, which was the reserve, threw the reserve handle away and deployed my parachute.
I throw out and deploy my square canopy, I get opening shock, and I look right into the apex of the round.
It's serious. It can be fatal. It's the ultimate risk.
To take the big step, the first step is training.
Then, round, altimeter, tell Jason what it says. Eye contact, give him his little chance to say hello.
Okay. Training is by certified instructors who make your jump as safe and as fun as possible.
Yeah, right. Do it, and then right back. If you're above 5'5", hey! You're above 5'5", hey! But if you're 5'5", get serious. Yeah. Lock on. Serious stuff's coming. 4,200 feet, don't freak out. Right, look, reach, pull, I'm out of this.
Hold the ripcord.
Hold on to the ripcord.
I don't know, just something she always wanted to do, and you just kind of did it to I don't know, get a high or a thrill or whatever. But I think they think, oh, okay, you've had your thrill, you can stop now. But it's addictive. God, it's addictive.
All right. Everything's fine here. Everything's fine on this side. You're good. You're good. You will need that at 4,200 feet.
New technology and increased safety awareness has taken the act of parachuting out of the dark ages, when in fact that may be when the idea of the parachute was born. A sketch of a parachute-like device was first recorded by the famous artist and inventor Leonardo da Vinci. Besides being a great painter, Leonardo was a mechanical genius. When he wasn't painting, he often studied the flight of birds and appears to have greatly understood the principles of aerodynamics. Among his designs were artificial wings and a device he thought could save people trapped by fire on high buildings. In 1904, a French tailor decides to jump off the Eiffel Tower with his own parachute. By sewing several cloaks together, he thought his parachute would slow him down enough to land safely on the ground. He was wrong. 1 month later, an unmanned parachute was launched, and it worked. The round parachute was born. Parachutes saw little use in World War I, but by World War II, they were used to save pilots and drop troops behind enemy lines. The Russians had a most unique way of leaving the aircraft by sliding off the wings. In the 1950s, equipment changed little and its reliability was questionable at best. A static line was used to automatically extract the parachute as the jumper fell away from the airplane. During the 1960s, parachute clubs sprang up all over the country, and in the 70s, sport parachuting grew in popularity. In the 1980s, ram air or square parachutes would revolutionize the sport.
September of 1972, which is coming up, I guess, 2 months from now. Next month it will be 20 years.
Wow.
September the 10th. I remember the day well.
Do you remember the first day?
Absolutely. It's just like your first girlfriend.
Oh, yeah?
Your first jump, you remember.
What was it like?
Well, in those days we used modified military gear, totally different from today, and it was, I recall being exceptionally apprehensive about the whole thing.
Scared?
I don't know if it was scared. I think probably that was what it was in reality, but I recall being apprehensive to the point where I was almost numb. I went ahead and made the first jump without incident, and everything worked like the instructor told me it would. But then the next weekend, I definitely had to come back and make a second jump to figure out for sure what had happened on the first one.
So things have changed a lot since you first started jumping.
Considerably. We use modified military equipment, both the main and the reserve, and the equipment is about half the weight now as it was then. And so far as the performance is concerned, you can't even compare the performance. That is, the movement of the parachute through the air is much, much greater now than it was earlier. And also the reliability. We have square parachutes now for a main and a square reserve. The canopies just work if you give them any kind of a shot at all.
Yeah, I think it's the way to go. It's a good end.
It's a good end?
I think there's, in every person, there's a basic instinct that they want to do something that's dangerous, slightly dangerous. I used to have a friend of mine say, he who takes the biggest risks reaps the biggest rewards. People who subscribe to that theory will definitely want to make a skydive. It's not for everyone. And I don't profess it to be for everyone. Anyone can skydive. It's not that much of a physical sport. It's mostly mental, overcoming your fears, whether it be fear of height, fear of death, fear of anything that would inhibit you from getting out of the airplane.
to you. Steve, any last words?
First jump class, back to the classroom.
I waited all my life for this.
You obviously enjoyed it.
All right!
Wait.
Oh, God.
Let the plane land. Okay. Your first thoughts?
Holy! Oh, we can't put that on tape.
Your second thoughts?
Boy, jumping out of the airplane is like, what am I doing? You know, but after you get oriented, you know, arch, and you look at your altimeter kind of hitting the bottom, you know, it's like, wow, I'm really doing this.
But like they say in the first jump course, the decision to skydive was made this morning when you put the key in the ignition and turned it over. There was something that brought you here. There was something that brought you to the drop zone. Okay. That's been dealt with already. Now all it is going through the course and actually performing the skydive. And I don't think that's the scariest part. The scariest part is coming up with the idea and actually seeing it through.
Tell me about like the people that skydive.
The
What
people-
kind of people skydive? And
That's one of the best things about skydiving that I've realized is the cross mixing of people. At the drop zone, everyone's equal. That's what I like. I can go anywhere in the world and go to a drop zone and find equals. Okay? And it doesn't matter what they do for a living, their profession, right, or what kind of lifestyle they choose to live. Everyone's equal. As soon as they get in the air, everyone's one. And that's kind of cool. So I have a family everywhere I want to go, you know. It's a social kind of place. The drop zone is it's a social function because after the sun goes down, after the planes are put away, there's always plenty of time for reviewing the day, debriefing the day, so to speak, and having some good times. Having some good times with the people. And the thing of it is, you don't care how much anyone makes. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you're president of a corporation or, you know, the last on the totem pole. Everyone's equal here, and no one really cares. You leave that in the parking lot, and that's what's really cool about it. There's a lot of different people here.
Coworkers think we're kind of nuts, especially doing it as a group, in a close associated group, of coworkers. But that's okay.
Actually, I thought that everyone thought that the early entrants to this whole endeavor were, you know, these guys are crazy, they're going to jump out of an airplane, and before you know it, there weren't enough slots in the day
for
to
people,
get everyone
yeah.
who was really interested. Everyone got kind of excited and hot about the idea. It's like,
And just relax, take deep breaths, you know. The air is a little bit thinner, but nothing that choke you. And just, you know, relax. Take your time on everything. You get so much time on the skydive that, you know, it's nice, slow, and smooth.
What a trip. What an absolute trip. Whew. Great idea, Ben. Absolutely. Oh,
all right,
man.
all right. You got that smile.
Oh, man, it's indescribable.
Yep.
It's completely indescribable.
And you're here in one piece.
I'm in one piece. And I'm just too wound up right now. I don't know what to think. Very euphoric.
Yep.
Very euphoric.
That's the worst part of that. When I went up on my tandem, it's funny because Steve Ungaro said, he goes, you know, they told you about the worst thing that could happen here. And I'm like, uh-oh, you know, this is before getting on the plane. I'm like, oh no, all these malfunctions I haven't thought about. So the worst thing is you're going to get addicted to it. So I'm like, oh yeah, right, sure. I'm just going to do this one time. Just to say I've done it.
No.
No.
You had to come back.
I had to come back. And that was when it was cold, and I hate the cold, so I really liked it.
Well, how was that moment though? Up in the air?
God!
The door opens.
The door opening was fine. Getting out was a little tricky.
But I mean, there's a moment there where you
But,
think.
no, letting go was tricky. It was like,
Oh
yeah, arch, stupid.
Obviously, with a square canopy, you can have a very soft landing if it's done properly. If it's done improperly, obviously it can be the opposite of that. You've got to land into the wind, and you've got to land in an open area. In quote the old days, I used to hate people talking about the old days. I guess that makes me the older generation when I use that expression. But in the old days, those round canopies on a hot day, we were jumping 28-foot modified military reserve. This is a canopy designed as a secondary chute, and we're using it as a primary chute. And on a hot day, you know, at 180 pounds, you punish the ground. And, you know, feet and knees together, and we had the big French pair jump boots, you know, the thick soles, and laced them up so tight until, you know, put a straitjacket on our ankles. And if we could make 3 jumps in a day and walk away from them and land in the field, we thought we'd had a successful day.
Look.
Oh look, I will do my darndest.
Stick this in your pocket.
Look and locate. Look and locate.
Oh yeah, the radio.
And as soon as you get a good parachute, you know, they'll see you from the ground and they'll say, okay, so you got a good parachute, go ahead and release your brakes, take it for a test drive.
Yeah, all right.
Okay, I'm up.
I don't remember exactly the one point that I started thinking about it. I just remember wanting to do it.
Gravity. There you are. Gravity works. Yep, it works fine. All right, well, good luck. Enjoy your jump, and we'll find out. We'll continue this when you get down. And find out just how it went.
And Mom, if I never see you again, I love you. I love all of you. I can't tell you. It was so weird, just falling, you know? Oh God. Wow. I hit a little hard. I flared too soon, but that's cool.
You did all right.
I
did just fine.
It didn't hurt when I fell.
Yeah. You did just fine.
Ah!
All right, Lise.
Oh! Hey, practice. Circle of awareness. That's what I was thinking. I wasn't even thinking I'm falling, you know? At first I was like, okay, I'm weird, arch, and everything was fine, you know?
That's all you gotta do.
Arch.
Yeah, but absolutely, yeah, shadow of a doubt.
They just rush.
That was stepping out on the strut was my first thought of like, gee, I am going to jump out of something at a very, very high altitude. You know,
Moving at a fairly good clip.
but I never once thought that I was in danger.
We were in free fall at about 8,000 feet. Both of us let her go, and she was doing fine. All of a sudden, she went into a real fast spin. Normally, when students spin, they get flat and spin, and it slows them down. But in this girl's case, she did what we taught her, and she arched, and that made her go faster. And I started to close the distance, and she just dropped away from me. She was at least probably 50 feet below me within a matter of a couple of seconds.
And what did you do then?
What I do then is I saw that the other jump master was closer. And the other jump master was the main side jump master. So I thought the other jump master would have no problem closing the distance. At this point, I look down at my altimeter and I see it's past pull time. It's right about 4,000 feet, and I don't see this girl doing anything. It's still spinning. And the other jump master wasn't taking any action. And so I swooped down, probably jumped on the student's back, probably about 2,000 feet, pulled the first handle I could get to, which was the reserve, threw the reserve handle away and deployed my parachute. I was under canopy about 1,500 feet.
Everything that you come here with is completely changed. You come here thinking parachutes don't work, and you go 5 minutes in the training and you realize parachutes work. Now you got to learn how to deal with them.
I'll tell you what, he's calling me to make a level 2 AFF dive.
Okay.
So I'm going to have to go to work.
All right.
Is it all right if I go
That's
to work?
fine.
I got to make a dive here and see if I can help a person that's making their second jump come along.
Progressive training and testing can yield a license from the United States Parachute Association. But first, students must learn how to fly their bodies. Groups of 2 to 4 people are common. The idea is to work to stay relative or even to the others, called relative work or RW to skydivers. With experience comes larger formations. In canopy relative work, parachutes are stacked or grouped in formations, often running the risk of a collision or entanglement. Freestyle skydiving is a fast-paced, acrobatic dance in the sky. Still others get their high in teaching students.
One of the things I enjoy the most about skydiving is teaching other people to get out of it what I've gotten out of it for 20 years. Oh yeah, if I couldn't teach, I think I'd probably get bored with it. It's the teaching and seeing the enthusiasm of the other people that turns me on.
It's the ultimate high because of the adrenaline rush that you do get. Definitely.
That 5 minutes of my life is going to be worth hundreds of hours of stories.
Dry off anyway.
Wow. It's not for everyone, but the people it is for really enjoy it. And they know why the birds sing. They know that. They know why things are the way they are. They look at life a lot more preciously, a little bit differently, a lot more preciously, and realize the smaller things in life as well make a difference.
They feed you on adrenaline. Woo! They know it's gonna run out. They've got you by the nuts pretty much, but I love it.
All right.
Oh man.